What is up, race fans? My name is Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender Podcast. I know we got a pretty late one here today, but I've had a kind of busy day today, so yeah. In this one, I will be reviewing the Indianapolis Brickyard 400 NASCAR race. So, couple things before we start. Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Denny Hamlin, and Love, whatever his first name is. I keep forgetting. I'll go to the rear for unapproved adjustments, or in Hamlin's case, he was in a backup car. And Chase Briscoe becomes the first ever driver to win the pole at all three of the Crown Jewel events in the same season. So that's the Daytona 500, the Coke 600, and now the Brickyard 400. So, getting on to the actual race, stage 1 was 50 laps. And as I already said, Chase Briscoe was on pole, and joining him on the front row was Bubba Wallace. Briscoe takes the initial lead. Then Ross Chastain gets hit from behind and spins and slams into the wall, bringing out the first caution of the race, and Chastain is out. Looks like it was incidental contact, really. They were both going into the corner, and Chastain braked a little more than... who was it behind him? And was it McDowell? It might have been McDowell. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. So, yeah. After that, Austin Cindric ends up staying out and ends up leading as a bunch of people pit. Chase Briscoe won the race off pit road. After that, Michael McDowell has a tire go down. He ends up making it to pit road. Then, after that, Chase Briscoe takes the lead when Austin Cindric pits, and Chase Briscoe wins stage 1. So, at the end of stage 1, there was 1 car out and 3 cars that were laps down. Going on to the second stage, it was 50 laps. Carson Hocevar won the race off pit road, but Ryan Preece and Alex Bowman stay out, so they're on the front row for the restart. On the restart, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. gets into the wall, has some contact with a couple other cars, and during that, Ryan Preece ends up taking the lead. Then Austin Dillon ends up retiring from the race. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Noah Gragson both off. I think all 3 of them might have been in the incident, but I'm not sure. Alex Bowman takes the lead. Then Austin Cindric takes the lead. Then Noah Gragson comes back on the track. He was 40-something laps down or something like that, or... No, I think it was 24 laps down. It was a big number, as he was in the garage for a while. Then green flag pit stop start, where Austin Cindric has a tire going down from the lead. Then Joey Logano takes the lead. Then Bubba Wallace takes the lead. Then Chase Briscoe takes the lead. And then, after that, Eric Jones ends up slamming into the wall, bringing out the second caution of the race, and Jones is out. I believe he cut a tire and just went straight into the wall, which you see a lot of those type of crashes at Indy. Looked bad, but I hope he's okay, which I believe he was. After that, Cody Ware ends up retiring his car. So he is out. I think Ware was also involved, might have been involved in that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. incident from the restart. After that, John Hunter Nemechek wins the race off pit road. But Ryan Blaney and Brad Keselowski end up on the front row as they didn't pit. Or they pit earlier and stayed out during the green flag pit stop. Where Ryan Blaney ends up leading. And Ryan Blaney holds the field off to win Stage 2. At the end of Stage 2, there were 4 cars out, 1 car off track, and 12 cars that were laps down. Now going on to the third and final stage, it was 60 laps. Kyle Larson ends up leading off the start. Then green flag pit stop start, where John Hunter Nemechek takes the lead. Then Justin Haley takes the lead. Then Joey Logano blows a tire. He ends up getting to pit road. After that, Ryan Blaney ends up taking the lead. Then Bubba Wallace takes the lead. Then some rain came down on turn 3. No, it was turn 1. Some rain came down on. So they cautioned it and ended up red flagging it for about half an hour. So the track drivers could go over the corner. Then, when we got back going, Zane Smith goes around and collects Tyler Reddick and gets into Joey Logano. So that brings out the 4th caution of the race, which brings us to the second overtime, where Bubba Wallace holds off the field and wins at the Brickyard. So the top 5 ended up being Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, who started dead last, Ryan Preece, and Brad Keselowski. With that win, Bubba Wallace snapped a 100-race winless streak. I saw after the race that someone posted on, I think it was X or something. It was like, Bubba Wallace hasn't won a race in 5 minutes, or something like that. Like a little joke, but a little bit of a laugh, which is always good. And one thing before we end, the conclusion of the in-season tournament happened, where Ty Gibbs just ran away with it, honestly. He started in the top 10, kind of faded back to like mid to low teens, high 20s at times, but he was always in front of Ty Dillon. So Ty Dillon's run ends at the finals, which honestly, good on him. His luck officially ran out. And yeah, Gibbs ended up finishing 17th. And Ty Dillon ended up finishing, I think, a lap down. And around 30th or something like that. Not 100% sure. But yeah. So, with that being said, probably should rate this race. Honestly, other than the few restarts we had, it was kind of a boring race. I get why IndyCar races here, because they're a lot faster. But I also would suggest going back to the Indy road course rather than the OG Brickyard. It just makes for more technical, and also there was some. It was better racing than this current configuration with this car. So yeah, I'm probably gonna rate this race a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. There were some good moments, but for the majority of it, it was just long run fuel saving, which I just think it makes for uninteresting racing. Really. So, you know what? I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other channels, one being my main of Fanrantan, the other one being a D&D one that is under the Boundless Shores. Please go check both of those out, and we will see you next week for Iowa. Thank you all for watching. Peace.